made it to Michigan. I'm currently in our van, which my parents have had since 2000. It's 2000 GMC Safari with the cloth seats. Anyway, I'm here this week because I need the help of my family to pick up a piano. It actually belongs to my mother's cousin, and he's moving, and they're in the area. So instead of him getting rid of it to somebody who doesn't know the family and has no sentimental connection to it, I volunteered. And as it turns out, moving a piano is a logistical nightmare that involves U-Haul trailers. And now my brother is driving up from Indiana tomorrow, Friday, because his car can actually tow the loaded U-Haul trailer. Who knew pianos weighed like 700 pounds? It's a I think 2,000-pound trailer plus a 700-pound piano. The treacherous journey from Michigan to Nashville is what I'm most nervous about with this trailer because it's very hilly. My dad and I are getting prepared for loading it into the U-Haul. That will happen later tonight. But first we need to run to Home Depot and get some ratchet straps, whatever those are, because we have to provide the materials that will secure everything in the trailer. There is a professional piano person coming to help us load it, and he has a little crew of people, but his skid board and his ratchet straps need to stay in state. We have the little ratchet straps, and we have the big ones, and then we also grab rope and one other thing, and the corner protectors that the straps go through. We've arrived to U-Haul. So it is, why is my camera not charged? It's Friday now, and my mother and I are doing some shopping today. Yesterday with the U-Haul, everything went about as well as it could. It held off raining until we got the piano into the back of the U-Haul, but there was a little bit logistically with it being brought upstairs and such that did not go incredibly smoothly. It is in the trailer though. We are waiting on my brother to come up now from Indiana, and then we'll switch it over to his car from my dad's van currently. So that's later today. So my mother and I are gonna enjoy some shopping, and then all of my siblings are coming over for a little family shindig. I'm gonna put you in the cupboard. Okay.
Just so you know,
Yeah.
what's you laughing at?
I was gonna do a little haul from our shopping. Show what I got. A little thing. Remember, like, you helped me with mine last time I was here?
Can I talk for a minute? Or?
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna take a little interlude from the U-Haul piano saga to show you what I got while out and about with my mother. So we went to an antique store, and I got a couple of things for the husband, including this really neat pair of cufflinks, first of all, because cufflinks are absurdly expensive. So when you find them at an antique store for not much at all, I had to pick them up. I think they're so cool. They're very like retro mid-century mod. And I also got him this groovy tie that he may or may not ever wear. I know the camera's not doing a great job of picking up the color, but it's like a burnt orange, and they were only $4. So then I got a pair of these depression glass martini glasses, and I didn't know what depression glass was, but my mother-in-law has a whole collection of them, so I know it's significant in some way. But they're beautiful. They're small, but they have etching in them, and they are so pretty. I told my mom that next time I come, we have to go back to this antique store because I could have spent hours and many, many dollars in there. This is a very short haul, I promise. Then we went to, well, actually we went to Kroger first, and my siblings are coming over tonight, as I mentioned, so I got a bottle of bubbly for me, and I plan to make French 75s, so I also grabbed a couple little mini gins because this is not an alcohol my parents usually have. They are more wine or Manhattan kind of people. And then finally, we went to a place called The Village in Rochester Hills, which is like a little outdoor shopping mall. And we stopped at Barnes & Noble because I wanted to get the next Psychology Today. And then we swung through one of my favorite stores, Loft. And I got essentially the exact same shirt that I'm wearing right now, but in navy. And to top it off, I got one of the Loft Versa blazers, which this might not do it justice, but it's a really pretty like sage green, and it matches the pants that I have on right now actually, which are also Loft Versa. And that's it.
He discovered it on the cruise.
You got more? You got, oh my goodness.
Oh, we were up way too late last night. It's Saturday now, and my dad and brother have been outside way too long switching the trailer from the van to my brother's car, and I'm getting a little nervous.
It's hooked up, the lights just don't work.
So because the lights aren't working, we've now had to stop at U-Haul, and they're figuring out the wiring for us because obviously, legally, you can't drive with trailer lights not working. Little hiccup, but hopefully we'll get past it, and this will be the worst part of the journey.
Do the right one again. Yep.
We've been at U-Haul for 4 hours, and they finally got it. They finally got it. Halfway there, and we're doing okay. The first leg of the journey, getting down to Indiana, is over, and we made it in one piece. After the whole light debacle this morning, everything went well. We got here in really good time actually, and then I'm just gonna hang with my brother and his family tonight, and then tomorrow he has to play at church, and then we're off to Nashville. I think we're both a little more concerned about tomorrow because today's journey was very flat. Between Michigan and Indiana, there really isn't much in terms of mountains or hills or anything like that, but between Indiana and Tennessee, the landscape is there's a lot more going on. Anyway, I am making dinner for them tonight. We are grilling. Well, my brother's grilling. I'm just supplying the ingredients. So I will check back in with you tomorrow. We're just loading up the car and getting ready to head out, and day 2 shall begin. We're still in Indianapolis. We're just heading out now, but it is Indy 500 day today apparently. So it's a little trafficy in town, but once we get on the road, hopefully we'll get lucky with weather and traffic, but we're off. We just stopped for our second tank of gas, and everything is going very well. We were nervous about the hills because as you go, as I mentioned, from Indiana to Tennessee, it gets into the mountains, and we weren't quite sure how it was gonna do, but everything is going very smoothly. We just stopped at a Pilot for another fill-up, and we should be there in maybe an hour, hour and a half. I did have to grab a little car snack, so we got our aged cheddar Gardettos, which I'm sure are not great for you, but do the trick in the car, and a big ol' Smart Water. I did try to find the Olipop and Chomps, which is my usual car snack, but They did not have them at the travel stations we've been stopping at, unfortunately. So this will have to do. Oh my gosh, we made it. So it's Monday, Memorial Day, and we have all of the piano pieces, aside from obviously the piano itself, but the legs, the pedal, post, we have that all in the house. The movers should be here any minute to unload everything, and then hopefully it will be a very smooth assembly. I didn't realize that they were on wheels. I didn't really pay attention, to be honest, so we got felt pads that I need to cut into little squares that we can just shove under the pedals. Oh, they're here. Well, as you can see, the floors are done, the piano is in. It is such a relief to have this monstrosity of a piano in and done, because trying to sort all that out logistically was a little bit rough. With that, I'm gonna close out the vlog, but first, I think it deserves a little celebratory cheers.